Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Steve with Desert Rat Games and Supplies. Interesting thing happened to me on the way to the forum the other day. I was browsing through Facebook and stumbled across an ad from a Davis and Daughters Gaming. It turns out that they are literally a family game developer. It's dad and his daughters. He had been trying to figure out a way to get his daughters interested in role-playing, but everything was too complicated, complex. Too much math, too much reading for little kids. So he developed a board game version that didn't require any math or reading. It does require at least one older person to play Game Master, but it's basically Dungeons and Dragons-esque on a board game. If any of you are in the older category, like I am, and remember Hero Quest back in the day, it feels really similar to that, but with an angle towards family fun. So I really liked them, so I decided to put them in the store, and I just got my first order in with them. They only have 2 products, the basic game, and then 1 expansion. So I got 3 of each. It just showed up. Let's see what we got. The box. Okay. So, in the big box we have Air Snake. Lots of Air Snake. So much Air Snake. And for those of you that are a little bit more eco-minded, I actually do not just throw this stuff away. Most of the packaging materials that I get from orders and such, I actually reuse. So when I send orders out, it has a lot of this stuff in it. So, you know, reduce, reuse, recycle. I like to reuse. And so we got 3 of the expansions. And oh, good God. Okay, the base game is heavy. 3 of the base game. 1 second to utilize my handy-dandy storage system. Okay, so we have the base game, Heroes and Treasures. I'll go ahead and read the box here for you. Heroes and Treasures is a fantasy role-playing game system played on a game board. One person acts as the quest master, who controls the action, and the others take on the roles of characters in the world. Perfect for whole families, Heroes and Treasures combines the familiarity of board games with the imagination used in traditional RPG. And kids can play without needing either math or reading skills. And there's a bullet list here showing all the stuff that's in the box. Wrapping up with Heroes and Treasures is a great introduction to fantasy gaming. Whether you dream of the healing powers of a cleric, the raw might of a fighter, the sneakiness of a rogue, or the arcane spells of a wizard. So, let's see. Here we go. There is the back. Okay. So let's go ahead and crack one open. So, we're going to take these 2 and set them aside. And then got this guy right here. We'll go over the expansion when we get to it. So, first things first. We have a pamphlet. This pamphlet appears to be the rules. For 2 to 5 players, ages 4+, includes at least 1 adult. By adult, they basically mean someone who can read. The game master has to be someone who can actually read the adventure. But then it goes through the rules, starting out, wandering monsters, combat, all that goody stuff. Okay. Then we have The Adventure of the Mystic Rubies, a Heroes and Treasure campaign. So this is the basic campaign set that comes with the game. Within the campaign, let's see, each mission in the campaign is on a 2-page spread. So basically, that's 1 gaming session. And then as it goes, each 2 pages is a gaming session. And they get larger, more complex, maps, etc., monsters, all that kind of goody stuff. Okay. And then we get into the box itself. Let's see, we've got a baggie of tokens. Not sure what the tokens are for. I'm sure it would cover it in the rules. Probably monster hit points or something like that. We'll see. Then we have... these look like cardstock bases for like cardstock minis. Okay, and then a bag of dice. Now the dice are actually pretty neat. The dice here are actually specific to the game. They're not like regular dice. See, like this one here, it's got 1, 2, blank, blank. Let's see, it's got 2 1s, 2 2s, and 2 blanks. This is the dagger die. So like when you, like a rogue, when they're using just a plain ordinary dagger, they roll that die. It's a 2, they did 2 points of damage. You roll a blank, you did nothing. That's one of the ways that makes it easy for little kids to play. They don't need to remember 2d4 plus 1 or any of that kind of stuff. There are a couple of just regular 6-siders in here, but each color is specific for different things. Like, I believe the orange ones here are for fireball type magic. If you notice, there's 3 blank sides, 3 1s. So you roll those 4 dice, and your fireball did 2 points of damage, kind of thing. So it's pretty simple. Okay, and then let's see. Moving on, we have a stack of gameplay cards. Heroes and Treasures. These are, well, we start off with, looks like the character class cards. We got Rogue, Wizard, Fighter, and Cleric. And when I was talking to the owner of the company, as far as the tokens goes, there's a male and female of each class. So it can be a boy or a girl or whatever. And then going through, we have monsters. And these cards appear to be basically the entirety of the character sheet. Cut has their stats, any special abilities. So we got Troll, Spider, Skeleton, Ogre, Goblin Worker, Goblin Wizard, Living Statue, Goblin Warrior, Goblin Leader, Goblin Elite, Goblin Cleric, Giant Skeleton, and Giant Rat. So I'm assuming that the first campaign is Goblin themed. Pardon me while I fail my shuffle check. Now we get into, oh, these are hefty. Massive cardstock. These are what looks like, okay, these are the dungeon tiles. We've got 2 different types of dungeon tile here. Looks like we've got dungeon and we've got cavern. Every tile is double-sided, which is kind of cool. But I noticed in the campaign, every level is laid out with the map, and it's really interesting because you just literally just place these tiles down as you go according to the map, and you get a dungeon. And this is a standard 1-inch grid, so if you really wanted to, you could use any regular D&D style miniatures that you already had. And kind of cool, they even have hallway sections. I like that a lot. Now, interestingly enough, one of my kids dungeon masters a D&D game at the library as a teen outreach thing. And they've been using one of the big white grid maps with the dry erase, and I really think she's probably going to steal these tiles. So, but yeah, lots of dungeon tiles. I like this. A nice selection of rooms, dungeon cavern based on either side, and oh, here we go. Now we get into the actual tokens for gameplay. Monsters, skeletons, goblins. It's like a pit trap. We got doors, rats. So that would be what these guys are for. And then tokens for the characters. And we got some treasure tokens down here. Looks like magic wands, potions, shields, doors, more goblin type thingies, a couple of skeletons. More potions and more treasures. So, okay. Oh, maybe these tokens are for treasure tokens. That'd be neat. I don't know. So overall, I'm actually really impressed with it. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, so we'll definitely do that. I'll probably video the first playthrough too, just because that'd be kind of cool. But as far as all these goes, like the dungeon tiles and everything, these are heavy-duty stock. These are at least 2 or 3 millimeters thick. The box itself is very heavy. So I really think they're going to be pretty durable. Then again, the game's designed to be played with kids, so I would hope they were durable. So let's go ahead and pack this up, and we'll move on to the expansion. Back in the box. Tokens, stands, bunch of dice. Almost feels like you're playing Warhammer though, although nowhere near enough dice. Okay, set this aside. And move on to Heroes and Treasure, Darkness and Light, a Heroes and Treasure expansion pack. Back of this box, the first expansion pack for the popular Heroes and Treasure role-playing game. If you loved playing Heroes and Treasure with your family, you'll love this all-new campaign. A set of 9 missions takes you into the world of light and dark elves. Can you solve the mystery of the missing villagers before war breaks out? Still requiring no reading or math skills for kids playing its characters, Darkness and Light combines the familiarity of board games with the imagination used in a traditional RPG. And then there's a lovely bullet list of included ingredients. Note, Darkness and Light requires the Heroes and Treasures base set, so it is an add-on, it is not a standalone game. So, let's crack it open, take a look inside. Shrink wrap! Who doesn't love shrink wrap? Don't worry, it gets recycled. And here we have Darkness and Light, a Heroes and Treasure campaign. So there's the campaign book. And let's... Each mission is 2-page spread, so it's the same as each gaming session is a 2-page layout. So there's one entire session and another entire session. And so we have there. We have more bases for the cardstock figures. We have more monster cards. I wonder if there's more classes in this game. I don't know. So here we have, well, more monsters. We have Alpha Wolf, the Bat King, regular bat, Dancing Sword. Don't know if that's a treasure or a monster. Dark Elf Elite, Dark Elf Elite, Dark Elf Tier 1, Dark Elf Tier 2, Dark Elf Tier 3, they got a little, it could have been a little bit more creative with the names on those guys. Elven Prisoner, Giant Bat, a Goblin Rogue, wonder if it's a different rogue from the last game. Light Elf Champion, every role player's least favorite monster, the Mimic. Mind you, the modern-day Mimic would be a FedEx box that sat on the curb at an abandoned house. And it would get bigger as it ate people, and that would attract more people. So, watch out for those abandoned FedEx boxes. A Shrieking Plant. Interesting. The Skeleton Bat, and a regular wolf. Okay, so, no new character classes, but a whole bunch of monsters. And, oh, interesting. These cardstocks are in a bag. The last ones were not. They were just loose in the box. And the reason being, why is it? Okay, so we have a few more dungeon rooms. Dungeon on one side, cavern on the other. And we have more tokens for the monsters. Okay, so this basically is an entire another 9 adventures, so 9 more gaming sessions, in addition to the 9 that come with the base set. So, pricing-wise, the base set SRP Suggested retail price is $60, and the expansion is $30. And so, yeah, if you have any questions, swing by the website, desertratgames.com. It'll be in the description as well. Or you can always check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/desertratgames, or our Twitter, twitter.com/desertratgames. All of these links will be in the description. So, thanks for swinging by. We'll set a date, and we'll actually video a playthrough of the game so everybody knows how it is. I really have a good feeling about it. So, thanks a lot.